The way to achieve exponential growth when launching a new product or starting a new business is to find product market fit. Now, finding true product market fit could take years, but this one tool will be the quickest way to get your product or service started on that path of success. Now, I've spent 3 years testing other startup companies to see if they had product market fit with a previous market research startup company. Now, after testing hundreds of different ideas, my co-founder and I decided to test our own idea. We found the perfect model for a virtual staffing company, and we used this one tool to find product market fit for that company. 14 months in, and we've now hit $1 million of annual recurring revenue, and today I'll show you the tools that we used to find product market fit. The main idea behind this approach is really market research. We are trying to find who is our potential customer, how do we reach them, what questions do we ask, and then how do we know what thing? How do we analyze the data that comes out of our surveys? So this one tool does use mostly online surveys. And again, the three issues that I see founders struggle most when it comes to finding product market fit and especially conducting this market research is audience. Who do you ask for feedback? Where do you find those people? What to ask? What do you actually ask those people? And how do you avoid asking unbiased questions? And then third, actually analyzing the data, making sure that you're keeping all of the high quality data, losing all of the low quality, the spammer type data, and figuring out what the data is telling you to do. The tool that I highly recommend, and really this podcast and my YouTube video are all about, is called Prolific. So Prolific is an excellent resource for finding participants that are business to consumer. So if you have a consumer goods product like coffee or bread or a gadget or something that you are sending to the mass market, Prolific is an excellent resource at finding those type of participants. Again, like kind of those busy moms. If you're trying to go for more of the overworked executives, for example, just sticking with those two examples, Prolific probably isn't your best approach. You may be better off with a different provider, and I don't have any great recommendations for you at the moment. But again, for those more mass market type products and services, Prolific is an amazing tool because the most important feature of Prolific is that they charge a base fee for every participant, and they do not charge you extra for criteria that you put in. Prolific have very high quality participants, and I really haven't experienced too many problems with spammers. Obviously, a few people get in every time, but typically really nobody gets through their systems, which is fantastic. And then also another kind of overpowered element or feature of Prolific is the screening that is allowed. So you can say, I want to source 100 participants. And as long as they have 100 participants that meet your criteria, they will send your survey to at least 100 people and give you 100 responses, which is so different than other platforms that I've worked with. If you have any additional screening, first off, obviously, it's going to decrease the amount of people that you can send your survey to, but also they charge you head over heels to target those people. Whereas Prolific, they will allow you to as many criteria as you want. And as long as they have access to those people, they won't charge you extra, which is a huge advantage over any other platform that I've seen. Now, again, it's really easy to add filtering, to add criteria. You can say you want people from the USA, and then you can go down here, add a bunch of screeners based on age, nationality, sex, geographic, demographics, custom screeners, health, education, relationships, number of children. There's so many different things. And so, for example, if we say we want people with exactly 3 children, it drops it down to 1,500 participants that are active on Prolific. And then we only need 100, for this survey. So boom, we're ready to go. We have 1,500 people that could take the survey, and we only need 100. And now we're only being charged their base service fee. There's no other charges that they kind of sneak in there. So this is definitely an overpowered player in the market right now. Prolific is the way to source participants for your online surveys, especially for these market research surveys, which I'm about to show you how to run these surveys. Now you can see here on Prolific, before you launch your survey, you gave them the URL of your study. So I have already gone ahead and created a template for you of the questions that you can ask so that you avoid asking biased questions. Founders love their product, they love their company, they love their startup company. And a lot of times they lean towards asking questions more like, would you think that this is a great product? Or would you think that you'd buy this product? And like, yeah, sure, I'll buy this product. But like, that's not the way to ask it. You need to ask it in a much more direct way and in a way that doesn't sound like you would be offended if they said no. So, for example, the few questions that we have here, you fill out your product description, you ask them what questions still remain about the product. Do you think you're in the target market for the product? And then down here, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate this product? 10 being, wow, here's my credit card, I'm buying this now. This is so vital for your survey to actually say, here's my credit card, I'm buying this now. And then we even have a specific question down here. Will you actually buy this product? Once you actually have that mindset in people of, okay, like they might actually take my money and then would I be happy, with this product? And like, would I be happy with that exchange? Until you really introduce that mindset into people, you're always going to get a little bit of fake feedback where maybe they just want to help you or they don't want to offend you. And so they say, yeah, I would buy that. But it's totally different when you say, okay, will you give me your credit card? Will you buy this product right now? Then it's like, okay, well, I don't know if I would really actually buy the product right now. Like, I think maybe I'd score it more of a 7 out of 10. So there's really an important piece of entering that credit card, that buy now mentality into people's mind when you're doing these surveys. And so continuing down, we have, what do you like about this product? What don't you like? What would you change to improve it? What's your new rating if we made the changes that you suggest? And then, demographic questions. So again, this is a template that I'll share with you and you can just copy and paste it and enter in your information about this new product or new company that you're building, hook it up to Prolific, and now boom, you've got a survey ready to go and you've got Prolific participants ready to take the survey. Prolific is especially good at sourcing B2C participants. So if I have a consumer goods product, Prolific will definitely have people that can take my survey. Now, if I have a product that's more B2B, if I'm targeting business owners or large companies, it's going to be a little bit difficult and Prolific doesn't probably have the participants you need. You may want to look into some different providers. But again, B2C, definitely go with Prolific. They're the absolute best player in the space. And here you go, you have a pre-filled out template that you can just fill in your personal details about your company and your product and get really good responses from Prolific based on your product. So now we've created the survey, we gave it to Prolific, we got 100 to 200 responses. You could go as low as 50. I wouldn't go anywhere below 50. So I'd say anywhere between 50 to 200 responses on your Prolific survey. You now have a data set in Google Sheets or Excel, wherever it is. And the first things that you want to do is get an average on that rating column. On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate this product or service? And you want to get above a 7.5. If you have anywhere below a 7.5, if it's a 5 or 6, you might be able to make some improvements and get it up to a 7.5. If it's below that, you need to make some drastic changes to your product, to your service, so that it actually gets some product market fit and that it will actually be successful in the market. And so you can obviously look at those other qualitative type questions or responses. So what did you like about the product? What don't you like about the product? And what would you change? If there are some massive changes and really obvious trends in that feedback, then you may want to edit your product description, say, okay, now I'm doing this new product or new iteration of the product. Now I will launch it on Prolific again and see what responses come through now. So that is really the magic of this system, is that it's so flexible and you can run so many different surveys through Prolific because it's relatively inexpensive for a lot of great targeting of your audience. And so you can target a fairly small number of people and really just push out surveys to them. They are excited to take surveys and you can bump up the pay so that they can take your surveys more quickly. So you have now this really flexible system of Google Forms and Prolific and then data analysis. Now you can go through the responses, see the score, see what you need to change, and now run it through Prolific again, because Prolific has this wonderful data set or population of people that are enjoying taking these surveys and that will take your surveys pretty quick, especially if you bump up the compensation on Prolific. So that is really all you need to do to find product market fit quickly. Now, like I said, finding true product market fit is a little bit different. It takes, I'd say, a longer period of time, but this is an excellent way to find estimated or predicted product market fit. And this is exactly what we did with our virtual assistant staffing company. And like I've already mentioned, we grew very quickly from day one because we did all of this preparation, because we did all of this testing, and we already know what people in the space like, what they don't like, and what they would want to change about the market. And so now we can launch this refined, improved, really good product and service right out the gate. So those are my tips on finding product market fit with this one tool of Prolific. There's Google Forms, Prolific, and now Google Sheets or Excel, and that's really all you need, especially as a scrappy entrepreneur, scrappy founder, to find product market fit on a limited budget very quickly. Thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. This is my hack of finding product market fit very quickly. I will continue to put out content like this, so definitely subscribe and follow the channel. I will be putting out content every week, probably every Thursday from here on out for the rest of 2023. And I'm really excited to continue to engage with you, interact with you. Please let me know what content you would like to see, and I will make it happen.